to quote unquote warm up, but it's gonna be too long now. I wanna be future proof. Oh, let me not do that. I don't want to get another fucking notice from YouTube. Copyright. Nothing but these. Fuck you. I'll listen to it as loud as I want. I'm gonna check something. Yeah, I joined Talon after finishing Overwatch. Kind of, I don't know. I don't know how this shit works, and I don't really like the UI layout, but I mean, nah, it's whatever. This is what I want to see. What the fuck is this about? 60 games. Complete 6 games of Roadhog's Catch Amari? What? I don't remember that mode. I mean, I remember it existed, but they never brought it back. Pick up attack. You know, if I get a game within a minute, sure. But if I don't, then no. Because I heavily doubt people are playing this. If I had done this, maybe whenever it first came out, I'm sure there'd be a fuck ton of people like trying to get in, but I'm just patiently waiting. I can't even see how many second 40. Or I can see the bottom portion of them, but not the entire thing itself. I kind of figured, but a couple of seconds can still save it. Perfect. I didn't really want to play it, but I was just curious enough to try. Surprised they did this whole fucking Rivals thing. I don't even know who I would have. Oh, Echo. Yeah. Ugh, love Echo. Haven't played her in a while, but she's definitely got to be my favorite character. One of them. Sorry, I'm marking some stuff I need to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 20th, or I guess today's the 20th. First, and then on the 23rd. What else I got? Yeah. Cool. I initially booted the stream up to maybe play, but my AC is currently out, and I don't mean like, you know, it's on a trip or something. It's more so, it's a terrible fucking joke, I know. More so, it's not working right now, and it's been pretty hot. And I don't mean like 60 degrees, fucking, no, it's like 80 degrees, or like 85 in my house right now. And it's nothing crazy, it's nothing new, it's just, you know, when you get so used to indoor air conditioner, you tend to just, you know, not be too adjusted, but I don't mind it. I got the windows open, we're vibing. Oh, speak of the devil. Does it put you on the character that you put on the home screen? Like if I were to put, or does it automatically put you over the character? Yeah, oh look at that. Nice little detail. I haven't played much of this guy, but looks fun. The games I've had have been fun. And all that jazz. But no, I don't know. booted this up, like I said, to try to play a game or two, but I don't know. Like, well, I'm like irritated because of the heat, because it's fucking horrendous. But repair people should be coming in the morning, hopefully, so I'll be up for all that. Thinking of either waking up at 6 in the morning or 8, but depending on how hard it is for me to sleep, which is never, even in the heat, you'd be surprised. I remember growing up, we would sleep in like 80 to 90 degree weather all the time, because I never grew up with like AC in general, not even a window unit or nothing like that. Not until I was about, I want to say 13, 14, when we got our first like AC unit, and it was pretty nice. The trailer we lived in was supposed to have indoor air conditioning, but it just never really worked. That owner did not bother fixing it because she was fucking weird about it. Because her son, who was going to college, was renting the place out before putting it up for rent again, and I don't know, it was just weird. But the only cool thing I remember about her is she gave me my first Godzilla figurine, and it was from the son. She was cleaning out his room because he ended up moving, I don't even fucking remember where. And she gave me a cap with my initial, my first letter, first name and initial. Yeah, because her son's name started with an A. And she's like, oh, this would be perfect for you. And I was like, oh, cool. And I lost it pretty quickly because I was stupid as a kid. I mean, who isn't? Except for like the smartest kids in the world, obviously. Got those kids who are going to college and shit, good for them. But, goddamn, crazy world. I'm just a little fucking stroll. How low can I get? Damn, that's pretty low. Well, I don't even know my volume settings right now, so, like in terms of stream, I don't know if stream can hear the game more than me or whatnot, but I don't really bother adjusting half of that shit anymore. God, I remember when I first, started streaming, it was because of Gib. Gib would stream to show off, sorry, that's not at all the phrase I'm looking for. She would do it to show her friends, because they would ask a lot, like how she plays ball, and because they're really impressed with her, and they wanted to learn and pick it up, and so she would stream blasting music pretty loudly, while just mumbling to it or singing it, and it was always goofy to watch. I usually tune in as she was streaming, and I tell her to go to bed. Oh man. Sorry. I'm thinking about something. Nothing serious, but no, I was just thinking about when I first played Overwatch, and I just never really believed or thought I would be playing it. Here we are now, 7 years later, I think. Jetpack Cat. I have one hand on my chin and the other one on my controller, so I would love to do the taunt if stream actually picks that up. But yeah, today's been a weird month. It's been a weird month, I have to say. I don't understand a lot again, and I don't know. I don't understand a lot anymore, I guess. Maybe it's just a today thing. I don't know. But this month has definitely been strange. Not bad. Nothing special. It's just been February, I guess. I feel like February always tends to feel like this. very weird and intense and just weird. I really don't know how to tell you. February is just full of surprises half the time. Find out things, you learn and you discover, and just. I didn't know those things, really. I mean, the things I've been learning is a bunch of like fucking philosophers. Kind of, sort of. I put it on and off just because that shit is a headache and a half at times. And it's not so much the understanding, it's just the more, well, it's not the learning portion of things when it comes to philosophy. I think it's pretty simple, in my opinion. It's the understanding portion of it. Like, fuck. Like, you get what they're trying to tell you sometimes, depending on whatever convoluted fucking topic you're on about it. But, like, you understand it, but you don't at the same time. And it can give you a headache because it's like, there's different angles and different perspectives of something that you feel like might or should only have a singular answer, but doesn't. And it's like, what the fuck? It's just mind tangling. And yeah, no, I mean, that's what I've been learning. And it's been a fun ride. It's also just been weird. A lot of that stuff tends to like, I don't know, a lot of that stuff is also like linked into psychology almost, depending on like the person and stuff. Or at least I like to see it too like that, just because there's a lot of things you can learn from it in terms of like, you know, learning about yourself. Because it's definitely one thing I don't have the hang of. I don't know me at the end of the day. I do and I don't. I have an idea and I understand it to an extent. I understand me, but I don't at times, and I guess I don't know. It's kind of why I'm doing all that. So I just want to get it. I want to figure it out. I want to figure myself out. A lot of things that I'm missing, and I don't know. I just feel very empty, I guess. And I don't know what it is anymore. I don't know if this is a new feeling, an old one. I mean, it was old at some point. But, like, I've felt it, but I've never acknowledged it. But at the same time, I have. It's this mystery of things that I don't get. I don't know if maybe I'm having, like, I don't know, like some kind of crisis thing involving, like, me, I guess. I was gonna say a midlife crisis, but I don't believe that's what's happening because I'm not there. And don't get me wrong, I tend to question that too. Like, I mean, I think I had my crisis already on my birthday in terms of like my age. A lot of questions, a lot of things, and just weird and just, I'm saying a lot, but nothing at all. I know. But no, just I don't know. It's just all weird. It's all an odd entanglement of things, and trying my best to understand it all. I mean, I've stepped away from gaming for a while now to kind of understand things. Like, very probably, let me say, probably see my Battle Pass shit and be like, you know, you've been playing Overwatch a lot. I really haven't. Or any game, really. I've studying, relaxing, trying to. I'm not really good at that. If I could, out of all the things I can get an easy hang of, for some reason relaxing is not in there. It's really weird, but no, I feel like people tend to see my, or if anyone ever saw my game like my progression through shit. I feel like they question and just look at me like I'm stupid. They look at me like, you've definitely been just gaming and shit. It's like, no. I've been learning. But I got this far in the Battle Pass because I was saving up Battle Pass tiers like a season ago. Well, obviously. And I think I had almost 20. And I put them all in. And so this is just from like doing weekly challenges. So I've been playing like at least an hour or two every week. And then leaving it alone. Although I do want to get the Talon Overwatch challenges done. I barely got the Brigitte one right now. The jetpack cap done, and that's like the first one I completed. And then I don't understand how it works because I swapped over to Talon to get the Yummy Epic at some point. And then I realized that like once you swap over, they have their own set of missions you can do to earn whatever this fucking currency is. Oh, 300 notary. Or sorry, notary. Fucking whatever. But as when I swapped over, I realized that it resets because each side has their own ones. And I was like, maybe I'll do that later, but I don't think I have the motivation for that right now. Thinking a bit while I yap here and let my phone charge a bit further. I say that and it's like 90%. That thing does not die at all anymore. Fucking hell. But no, just everything's strange. I was pretty overwhelmed yesterday because I got to play with Gibbon Jasper for the first time in a while. And that wasn't why I was overwhelmed. I mean, I was a bit scared because, I mean, you know, I'm aware that I definitely affected Gib in one way, and, you know, I'm very aware that I'm sure her partner knows. And I guess it just scares me because I just feel bad. Because I'm just like, fuck, like, sorry for causing commotion. Although everything's, you know, talked about already and all that. I still just feel bad and I need to stop because we've already discussed what we could, because there's nothing to it anymore. I mean, we've moved on, and you know, it's good, it's great, it's been really fun. That day was fun as fuck. It's been a while since I had a good laugh like that. And yeah, no, very calm and chaotic at the same time. Love that dynamic. But I was a bit overwhelmed because it wasn't because of them, again. It was because of me. I was overwhelmed myself because I wasn't sure if when I left I was feeling like happy, I guess. It's been something I've battled for a long time, years, I want to say. Where like I laugh, but I don't feel the joy sometimes, and I don't know if that's normal or I don't know. Sometimes I feel stupid because I'm like, I'm sure that is normal because I definitely find it entertaining and whatnot, but I don't feel it, and it's just, if we could do that, because it's not forced at all either. It's definitely like, you know, I'm enjoying that and I can feel that little feeling in there. It's just, God, it's so complicated and I don't get it. I think it stems from something and I haven't figured it out. I haven't talked to like a professional about it I mean, I should, obviously, because I've talked about so much already, but I mean, to a professional, sorry. Fucking BetterHelp was pretty nice. Um, but no, I mean, let me go. Saw an ant on my table, on the fucking desk. But no, I don't know. I think I was scared of having fun. Yeah, and that's my own problem. There was no one else, no reason for it. It's just more just. I've always had an issue about that where I'm always afraid to let loose. I'm always afraid of judgment and, the things you would expect a regular human being to be feeling and looking out for. Oh shit, I can't put my glasses back on. Not with this headset. That's fine though. Plan to lay down here in a bit anyways. But after I felt confused because I didn't want to feel that way. I didn't want to, I don't know. I enjoyed my time, for sure. We had some goofs and some gas and it was great, it was fun. I just don't know why I feel that portion of me just empty again. I have an idea, but it's not easy. And it's not because of anything, or them at least, It's just me. It really is just me. With my AC not working, this heat, and like the way I'm sitting right now, which I need to fix because my posture is terrible. It brings back a lot of memories. And I just growing up the way I did, and just the weird simple things that are now extremely advanced compared to what I had experienced, and it's so weird, it's so wacky. I was I'm gonna give about some of it I think last night, where like not because of the heat. This is just coming up now, but I more mentioned like it's weird how how the past works, and going off of what I'm currently thinking, it's just wacky. I said here with the desk in front of me, and I never really had that. The desk I had back then when I first started playing Roblox in 2010, 11, one of the two. Whatever fucking, how old that account is, I don't have it, but the dresser that essentially caused the iconic cut or scar in my head was our desk, and we would get a high chair somewhat to use the PC my dad had bought. Really shitty old slow thing, but that was like mostly every PC back then. Obviously I didn't know shit about them. I just knew that I could print a picture of a Camaro out of the printer we had that had only black and white ink. And yeah, and connecting internet into that was a bit weird to us, because my dad had, from his job, they gave him a bunch of like benefit packs and stuff like that, and they're like, hey, we're getting sponsored by this company, so you can have that. And so they gave him like a free internet plan thing, and he had this like box that he had to connect on the wall, and then it was only Ethernet, so it was not Wi-Fi. And yeah, it's just strange. And then sometimes at night before going to school, I mean, the house was how it feels right now in my house. Weird to say. But it was warm and whatnot, and I would wake up in the middle of the night sweating like crazy, and it was just a normal thing. And I would see my mom on that little high chair using Facebook on that fucking PC. I remember that I'll never forget the specific day of my mom getting a virus on her Facebook account, or well, both on the PC, and she had her account hacked because I'm sure a billion people still remember this, but back then on Facebook, there was these fake pages that were like, if you follow us, you can now change your background on Facebook from your feed, which was terribly made, to whatever picture you want. And my mom was like, holy fuck, that is so cool. I'm gonna do that. And it worked to an extent, but she had to download an add on, which was just a fucking Trojan horse, I believe, or whatever. And although, yes, she got her funny Mickey Mouse wallpaper on her Facebook page, it came with the consequence of a billion pop ups. And I don't know if it was worth it, but she complained that I had done something. And I was like 10 years old, 11. My ass was like, what the fuck did I do? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even know how to use that thing that well. And yeah, no, I got blamed on that, even though it was her. And then she finally saw a post about it saying like, hey, you use this like widget, add-on shit. Your account most likely got hacked, and that's why it's constantly you're constantly sharing it without wanting to. And like that's probably why if you've noticed your computer running slow, like and all that, and all these pop-ups, is because of that. And my mom never said I'm sorry. She just said, "Oh, okay, it was that." Okay, and just that's it. But I just remember waking up those nights and seeing her and just fucking hearing the. And I'm like, "Who are you texting?" She's like, "My manager." It wasn't her fucking manager. It was some dude she was interested in, which to me was a weird idea, considering that, mom and dad lived together, but they weren't married, neither were they a couple. They were and they weren't. It was very confusing. I never understood it myself, really. Like, she's explained it to us, and so has dad, but and none of it made sense, so we just kind of never questioned it from there. But yeah, these lukewarm settings just remind me of walking around the house in the middle of the night. Oh my god, dad leaving fucking HBO, or no, Max playing, whatever it was called at the time. We wanted to fucking do. After midnight, which was just a bunch of porn, and just wanting to go get a glass of water and not being able to because he wouldn't turn that shit off. And it wasn't because he was watching, no, it's because he was asleep and he forgot to turn off the TV. He didn't know what timers were and all that. Mom and dad were never any like tech savvy or cared enough to like look into those things. It was usually me. Like most of the information these freaks all have about it was because of my curiosity into all that. But no, God, there was nights where you would just leave Disney playing, and that was fine. It was just fucking Lilo and Stitch playing at times, and one of my favorite things to do, mom and dad had bought in like this plastic clear rug thing to go on the carpet, and it had like this long lining you could follow all the way to the rooms. And one time I tried sneaking around because of the fucking skin touching plastic, sometimes it can get sticky and get stuck on you because lukewarm household. Summers were terrible. Fuck, dude. I would literally. Oh, they hated me for this. I'll get back to what I'm saying. I would get my blanket, cover myself with, and shove it in the freezer. So when I came back from school, I had a nice little cold blanket to go to sleep there. But I got caught eventually, and I was told that it was disgusting, and I stopped doing it. But mind you, I never did it when there was like food in there or nothing. I mean, the freezer was mostly empty half the time, and so it was whatever. I mean, all we had was like maybe a bag of ice, but it would never touch because my blanket wasn't like massive or anything. It was a small little fucking thing, like white with red and whatnot. But no, yeah, I mean, but anywho, I remember what I would do sometimes is I would put on socks so I could sneak around the house. Since, believe it or not, back then I would let my dogs out all the time. I'd walk outside and like any normal person, unless you're fucking bougie or some bullshit or rich. I think it's the same thing. I would walk around with just socks on, walking in the grass, feeling the earth in my toes and type of shit. Pretty fun stuff. It's changed a lot now. I don't know why. I don't know why I changed. Well, fuck, no, I do. I do know. My mom always got mad at us at some point in time. Because she was like, oh, you're gonna get sick if you don't have socks on all the time. So, kind of got used to that. And I just kind of followed it ever since. Because there was not a moment in my life when I was living with that lady where she wouldn't tell me to put socks on because she didn't want to risk everybody getting sick. Even though there was nothing going on at the time. I hardly ever get sick, and I don't know, she had a weird paranoia. I wouldn't be surprised if she read something on Facebook around then, because that's where she would get all her information. Most of it was lies. Like, I'm like straying topic from topic, but I'll get back to what I'm saying, because I never finished it. But I remember when she was extremely deluded by this post she saw on Facebook saying that someone took a picture of Jesus leaving his tomb. And it was kind of like the recreation of the infamous Bigfoot photo, where it's like very blurry and like Bigfoot's moving kind of pretty like in fucking Mach speed and it's blurry and whatnot. You can see like the trail of his the wind behind him type of shit. And so it was kind of like that, where like you see Jesus in the corner, and this was before fucking AI, where people would just Photoshop. Fuck, I miss being fooled by Photoshop, and like, instead of this like fucking AI bullshit going on right now, it's fucking stupid. But anywho, that's a whole different topic. But no, I wouldn't be surprised if mom read something about like, oh, your kids are gonna get cancer if they don't cover their toes at least twice per week, because she would not let us live it down. And I don't know, I kind of picked it up as a joke as time went. So when I saw my friends without like their fucking socks, and I'm like, ew, put your dogs away. And it was a stupid thing I've been doing since middle school, high school. Anywho, I put socks on to walk on that plastic wrapping on the carpet thing. So I could sneak to the kitchen, grab myself a glass of water, and sit on it at a distance where Dad couldn't see me. Or maybe he was asleep and I didn't want to make noise. And I would watch whatever was playing, but not when it was, the bad stuff. It was usually when he would leave Disney Channel playing, because they had this Lilo and Stitch show that only ever premiered at like 4 in the morning. And I would just watch it there for like 30 minutes before going to bed, and I just mesmerized by it all. And then I told my sister about it, the one I'm currently with, living with. I told her about it, like, did you know there's a Lilo and Stitch show? And she's like, no fucking way. Well, she didn't cuss. No way. And I was like, yeah. Like, okay, like, hear me out. Like, this is my plan. Are you bringing up Rendezvous? No. I would just tell her, like, I wake up at 4 in the morning sometimes, and I see it and I watch it sometimes when Dad's asleep. But eventually, I mean, he did end up catching us like watching it because her and I sometimes wake up specifically at 4, or we wouldn't sleep, even on school days, just so we could sneakily watch the Lilo and Stitch show because it became one of our favorites. And so what Dad would do, I think he would either get the VCR and like plug it in, and we would record it that way in some like empty ones, so we wouldn't be doing that. But when summer came around, him, Alexis, and I would all watch it, and Dad never reacted to anything, so he was just there, fucking serious faced watching it while my sister and I were giggling at fucking Stitch getting his ass kicked by Pink Stitch. It was great, but no, a lot of nice little memories and all that. Kind of forget about them at times just because the rest of them tend to be pretty heavier, or they're a lot heavier, and I don't know, kind of lose sight of it all. But that's not me. Regardless, I don't know. It's like warmth just reminds me of all that. I remember when we were having one of the worst, summers in terms of temperature down here, back in 2012, I think, or 2013, and the power grid in my hometown, or sorry, the power grid in my town went out, and so when we came from school, we had to do like our homework and like prep and all that, um, in the heat and in the dark because what was the daylight savings at the time? I don't know which one, but it would get dark as soon as we got home. So, and yeah, it sucked. And I remember my mom, what's it called? Because after I finished my homework, I had like a page worth of math. I'll never forget this day because I ended up knocking the fuck out with my heavy ass jacket, my jeans, and my shoes on the bed. And I woke up in like a puddle of fucking sweat. And my mom was just like, "You okay? Did you like faint or did you actually like mean to sleep?" And I told her, both, I think. Because our house was like nearly 100 degrees. And it was just terrible. And we didn't get our power back till like 2 in the morning, I believe. It was insane. It was terrible. Mind you, my family was pretty hefty too. Like, I got my 4 sisters, my mom, my dad, and myself all in one room talking about like what the plan of action is if this power doesn't end up coming back up within the next couple days. And I'm over here just fucking knocking the fuck out, listening to my dad say whatever he was saying, just to wake up in fucking my own sweat, covering like portion of the bed. And I don't know if I did faint or if I just was tired, but both sound pretty reasonable, considering that like middle school I stopped really caring about a sleep schedule. And then it was high school where like I picked it back up and I was trying to make sure like, oh, I'll go to sleep by 8, wake up in the morning by 6, have breakfast, head to the bus area at 7, and then, get to school by 7:15 to 20, and then hang out with my friends. But no, that shit was horrible. But it's not my first time sleeping through warm weather and whatnot. The only thing I'll never get used to is sleeping through cold weather, although it's comfortable and whatnot. At times I'll wake up a lot at night because, I don't know, I just feel cold and but if you put me in a room that's 90 degrees like currently, I'm gonna knock out like a fucking feather. I don't know what it is, the warmth is kind of comforting sometimes. And as much as it sucks, because it can get irritating, it's not terrible. But I do live where I live, and it's easier for me to say that because I'm used to the heat around here and whatnot, and it's amazing, so fuck yeah. But nonetheless, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm in a confused rut right now. I haven't told anybody about it, but I'm just confused. Yeah, I know everything I'm feeling. It's a bit of a couple of things, but I just I ask myself the questions that I don't have answers to, and some of them I need to accept that I don't, and some of them I just genuinely don't know. And I'm doing everything I can, trust me. Like, I wanna just figure it out and try to, just, keep doing what I'm doing. But even that is exhausting because, yeah, I don't know, I'm stupid. I keep pushing myself too hard sometimes. I need to stop. But I just want to get somewhere better, I guess. I want to live in the reality that I've made goals to, essentially, and I guess I'm just being impatient sometimes about it, and I don't know, I think about it a lot, and it just scares me. Because I mean, like anyone else, I just want to be happy, I guess. I mean, that has been my goal for my entire life, if I'm being honest. And I don't mean happiness in like specific things, I just mean as an overall. I think it'd be nice to finally wake up one day and, fucking take a chunk off of whatever it is that's going through my mind. Sounds nice. But I know some of those things are hard, or I'll never be able to, you know, chip off. It's just more kind of have to live with it. And I don't know, I guess maybe I'm just tired. And I say that and I acknowledge it, and I guess I expect it to help, but I know it's not a cure to it all. It's just more of a acknowledgement and you go from there type of thing. But I just can't help but I want more progression, and I don't know. I just want to be happy. And I think I'm just having a hard time feeling that. You could just I don't know. I need to figure it out, really. And I'm working towards it, but I lose track of it at times. Because I got like a billion things that I need to do. But it doesn't take away time from myself. Obviously, I have all those things sorted. I feel bad. I feel bad because I feel like at times I don't acknowledge my own friends anymore, and it's not personal. It's more just I'm following the same old path again, and I don't know if I hate it or if I like it or if it's whatever. But I'm back to the same route I was before, and that being just. Sorry, I'm like going through this, but this place is like a bunch of like metal, so it doesn't really help my case, but I don't care. I think, I don't know, the route I used to follow was the one where I just kind of was alone all the time. I kind of just separated myself from everybody and did my own thing, but I don't want to do that this time around because last time around I didn't do it on purpose. I just, I needed time because a lot was happening. And now, I mean, I do still have a handful of things, but it's not as heavy, and I'm like doing it again, and I don't want to. But then I don't know why I just feel guilty for having fun or even laughing. It's just so confusing to me. I think, if I'm being honest, I think I just wish I could tell you about it. Wish I could share that with you again, and I think that's really what it is. Sometimes something reminds me of you, and I'm just like, damn, I can't tell you. I just kind of have to just enjoy it. But I think I'm having difficulty with that. And I mean, I don't blame you. I don't resent you for it. I'm not like sitting here thinking, oh, what the fuck is wrong with me? I hate you. No. No. I've looked into all those things and what people usually say and how they feel about it all. And there are the people who resent and whatnot, but they have different situations. They're all different, and so am I. And I know better. I understand to an extent that I don't think I would have ever thought I could. And I don't know. It's like when I had a very nice stargazing night on my own. All I could think was, I wish I could have shown you. I don't mean through just a screen. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel stupid saying these things or even thinking them because I mean, I think it's just me. I think it's just me that still feels that way. And I guess it makes me feel stupid because it's just me. I don't know. I just don't know how to explain it further. And this is the month of like love and all that, and hearing people talk about their things, I'm just happy for them, but no. And then I get thrown the self-love stuff, and I'm just like, stop. Like, I know, I'm aware. Just let me deal with this, please. And I get some side eyes for it. You take the opportunity to love yourself, and I'm like, I know. To an extent, I like me, but I'm having a hard time liking me because I also know my part of things. And insecurities and all that, I guess. Not even I guess, it's, you know, it's crazy to have such a major understanding of things and this big perspective. You know, you would think that it would help things, but it's just overthinking. And it makes things more complicated. And I'm not gonna sit here and play, like, I'm not gonna start role playing as my own therapist and explaining things that need no explanation. I think what I'm just gonna do is cut it short and simple and, for once in my life, stop being such a hinting freak about things. But it's the month of love, and I see all these couples and people doing all their things, and it doesn't fall my perception, it just makes me sad. From the plans I had to the love I still have for you, to the things I want to tell you, to the things I want to show you, to the things I get excited about doing, and it's not the same. I spent 3 years around you, and they were the best years of my life. Even with the up and downs, I wouldn't take it back. And so, I'm sure maybe it was probably easy for you to adapt. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe that's shitty of me to say. But, considering things, I don't know, it just feels that way. But it's not easy for me because I enjoyed all of it. And I'm not saying you didn't. It's more of just, you can't blame me for still feeling and thinking that way. You know, it was such an unexpected thing meeting you. It was a great thing. But I put an effort into things that I never expected to get to the extent they did. And I don't regret a bit of it. It just makes me sad because I can see a lot of things that remind me of you, and I catch myself doing things that I would with you. And I'm just sad. I don't forget the dates either. And I don't do it on purpose. It's just the way I was made. I mean, if you ever want to get a chisel and lobotomize me, go ahead. But can't blame me for feeling the way I do and thinking the things I do. I have every right to feel that. I'd rather grow from it than run away from it. Because I'll tell you this now, I don't think that feeling's ever gonna go away. I mean, our thing was more than any of us expected. It brought so much more than we thought it would, and in the end, I still held that. But I don't know. I'm just it's confusing still. I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm also making sure I don't get left behind in the world because I can't stop moving. And it's tiring. because sometimes I like to rest properly, but I can't stop moving. I just keep pushing through things, and I keep trying my best. Manage things. Wish it didn't, but maybe one day, I guess. Maybe one day. For now, what I need to do today is wake up early and try to get that AC fixed. I have nothing going on my week. That's really it, honestly. Well, I gotta cook, and you know me. But I'm not gonna stick around just 'cause I'm getting stuck in my own head, and it's not a bad thing, 100%. It's just more of just I'm doing that thing where I'm just like withdrawing, and if I really want to be stuck in thought, I'd rather just do it alone, and I'll figure it out. Like I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna lay down, sort through my shit real quick, and then sleep. Try to, maybe. I think what I'm gonna do in the morning to kind of keep myself awake is do some of these challenges, potentially. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not really, like I said, been motivated for too much gaming. I did the Monster Hunter stuff the last update, like a day ago or so. And that was fun. It was with Gib and Jasper, like I said. And that shit was fucking great. I wish I could tell you the stupid jokes I made. I'm sure you would have probably been kicking and giggling at them. I know when you would have. I don't think you've ever seen that, like, side of me. Well, you have and you haven't. It's just more like. I wanted to let loose. It's been a while, and it was fun. It was great. My favorite thing was, as I was about to die with, like, not even a half, like, a point of health worth, I just fucking randomly said out loud, "Oh, guys, I think he pissed my pants," and just, it was stupid. It was funny. And then I had an intervention with Gib mid-fight with this strong-ass fucking, with Arkveld. And I had an intervention because she's like, "Oh, I hate this, this queer fucking monster," some stupid shit like that. And I was just like, I went from like my comfortable tone, you know, the somewhat high-pitched, not high, but it's higher than what I'm speaking right now. And I brought it down to this, and I was like, "Well, what is your problem?" She's like, "What, dude? What?" Like, and I just started saying shit like, "I've noticed recently you've been saying all these hateful comments towards the LGBT community, and I think it's time we talked about it." And she was like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "When you said the phrase, 'fuck you, queer,' what did you mean by that?" And she's like, "Well," I started playing along, but I got a clash where like I blocked the monster's attack, and I got that little cool like cutscene where I shank him and then damage. And I just fucking shouted, "How fuck you queer?" And Jasper and Gib were just fucking laughing. Oh my god, that was so goofy. I enjoyed it. And then we all had a little dance party in the middle of the hub. And there was this one guy who sat there for almost an hour, or probably over an hour, just clapping at us. And I was right. I thought he was like, because Gib was like, oh, maybe he's just AFK and he's doing something. Until like the little idle icons kept shaking off, and I was like, no, this motherfucker has just been sitting here watching us for almost like over an hour. Excuse me, sorry. Nasty, but it was hilarious. And then we had some people join us, and then oh my god, what was the name of the cat? Jasper, I think, was drawing, and then he looks up and he goes, "You know, what a cute cat. It's a shame that his name is Ass Grabber." Given I was like, "What the fuck? What are you talking?" And then I looked to my left, and there's a cute little cat with a nice little outfit called Ass Grabber or some shit. And we just, oh my god. What the fuck, man? I was so surprised, and I kept telling him like, Jesus God, like I'm surprised that went. That was like he was able to name the damn thing that. It was just stupid. Oh, then Optimus Prime approached me and started clapping at me, and I started saluting at him because that's a a god. Fuck. That's a shoulder right there. That's a god loving shoulder. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm fucking out of it right now. But that was fun. I was telling Boss from after because I talked to him later on that night. I was telling him, like, I love how when I'm with them, I so like somehow every time the community like gets into like things, and I like there's times where I attract and like I get people to like start doing things that I don't know, it's so fun, and I kind of wish you were there for those things. Like the most memorable one is the fucking Path of Titans game, the one where you play as dinosaurs and grow up and all that and choose different types of dinosaurs. Where and they have a global chat for everybody who's in the community server you're playing. And I got them all to agree to have a Fortnite party at the middle of the map, which sounded like Tilted Towers. So I kept saying like, let's all go to Tilted Towers, but my internet fucking, or it was storming outside. My power went out, and my internet didn't come back in time. But Gib, Jasper, and one of the friends they had there all went to it, and she was telling me like, yeah, no, it was great. We were just vibing and dancing. He really brought them all together. I was like, oh fuck, that's sweet. I didn't do that on accident. But no, and then I remember we played Warframe one time in that little like regional chat. I was in a squad with her, and we were just and I think Jasper was barely joining us. And I had gotten everyone to talk about like different things. For some reason, like I just brought up a random topic, and then boom, fucking almost like 500 people talking about milk half the time. That shit was great. And what else? I know there was a Minecraft server I did that on when we all played back in the day. Like Gib, Jasper, and I. And I somehow got everyone to get together. I forgot. Fuck. I think it was like a PvP thing. But no, fucking Mouse was just telling me that you really have that effect on like communities and stuff like that, huh? And I'm like, I guess. I don't know. It's not on purpose. It's just more like I'm not afraid to communicate with these people because it's just like a one-time thing, and it's just like whatever. It's goofy. It's fun. It's exhilarating. And he's like, yeah, I guess you just have that charm. And I'm like, charm? No. I think people just want to have fun, and I say something dumb, and it's just fun. And no, it's goofy. It's fun. But anyway, I should head to bed. I'm just losing track of time. But yeah, no, good night, I think. Good morning, good day, all those things, really. Sounded like Truman. Remember, goodbye, good morning, and whatever he says. You know, rewatch it. Good movie. But